So this is a latest update from NHS. Like, I was really surprised when I saw this update regarding international recruitment, and I thought I should share with you, especially for those that have been asking me about the NHS recruitment from overseas. Guys, this is a must watch. Please watch and share with your friends and loved ones. So just as you can see on my screen, drop in people coming to the UK to work in NHS and social care. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fajira. If you're joining me for the very first time, I'm so happy to have you all in our beautiful family. For my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate. God bless you. If you're new to this channel, I create content on how you can migrate to the UK, jobs and visa sponsorship in the UK immigration updates, live in the UK, scholarships in the UK, like everything you can think about the UK. So if you're someone who is interested in such content, do hit on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so each time I upload a new video, you're definitely going to be the very first person to see that video. So guys, without wasting so much of your time, let's quickly dive right into today's video. But before we dive right into today's video, I've got a fantastic news to share with you.
So just to remind you guys that the £20 cashback you get when you sign up with Leatherback today is still ongoing. Just follow the instruction on my screen, and this is for those who sign up with Leatherback as new users, not old users. So as you can see, sign up, send £20 or more and get £20 cashback following the instruction you can see on my screen. Good luck.
Thank you very much for your time. But don't forget to invite your friends and loved ones to join Leatherback and start making money from Leatherback. So guys, as earlier mentioned, it has been dropped in people coming to the UK to work in NHS and social care, just as you can see on my screen. And this was recently published. Like, we all know that the UK, in trying to cut down net migration, they have brought in so many rules, like so many rules, and these have affected a lot of people who have been thinking of moving to the UK to work and maybe possibly relocate permanently with their family. And a lot of jobs have been advertised by NHS, but at the same time, just as you can see that there has been drop, like the NHS is not really recruiting massively from overseas like they used to do in the past. NHS, which is a very big organization in the UK, as you can see, official statistics reveal fewer people are seeking to come from abroad to work in the NHS or in social care. The statistics reveal that the outgoing Conservative government granted some 286,382 work visas overall in the year to June 2024, which means 11% down on the previous year, which is what the Conservatives started. Like, we all know that earlier this year, they didn't want those coming to study to come with their dependents. And at the same time, on the 11th of March, they actually passed a new rule to say if you're coming to work in the care organization on code 6135 and on code 6136, you are not still allowed to come with your dependents. Now, just as you can see, detailed Home Office data shows that it approves 86,085 visas for the health and care sector in the year to June 2024, more than 80% down on April to June of the year before. Now, we know that the care worker visa enabled a lot of people, to migrate to the UK without stress. And if you know that if you're coming on the health and care worker visa, you don't have to pay IHS, and the current IHS fee, like we all know, that is £1,035. So imagine if you're migrating with a family of 6, you're going to pay about 6,000 something pounds, and according to the years your COS is valid for. Now, the decline in workers wanting to come to the UK comes after the former Conservative government introduced restriction on foreign workers and their families in an effort to slash overall immigration. Now, this immigration, like I used to say on this channel, is something that it's not just only the UK, like other countries, other European countries are always talking about immigration, especially when it comes to election. You will hear, oh, we want to cut down net migration, because that's what almost everyone, citizens, wants to hear. As you can see, former Home Secretary James Cleverly announced the new rules in December last year to restrict foreign workers. As figures showed, net migration was running at near record level. As you can see, those restrictions include new minimal salary tests for both workers and members of their family. On the family visa, to enable those who are already on the permanent residency and those who are British citizens to bring their dependents from overseas, you have to earn 18,600 in the past, but the previous government changed it to 29,000 £500 for you to be able to bring your dependent from overseas. But with the new government now, the new Home Secretary have announced that it is going to remain at 29,000 for now, and they have asked Mark to review it because the previous government, which is the Conservative, the Tories, they said that they were going to increase it to £38,700, so that those who are British citizens and those who already have their indefinite leave to remain will have to earn that amount to bring their dependent. But the good news is that the new Home Secretary have said that they are not going to do any further increase at the moment, that it has to stay at £29,000, which is what it is now. So if you're currently in the UK, you're a British citizen, or you already have your indefinite leave to remain and you intend to bring your dependent, you have to look for a job that you can earn £29,000 per annum. And also, if you already have a business, there is a way you can do it. If you already have a business that can give you that amount. So just as you can see, the latest figures also show that some 432,000 visas were granted to foreign students to come to the UK in the year ending June 2024, a total that was 13% down on the previous year. The first 6 months of 2024, the number of related visas granted to members of a student's family fell by 81%. That's massive if you ask me. Dr. Ben Brando of the University of Oxford's Migration Observatory, an independent center that analyzes the statistics, said that the fall in visas should theoretically lead to a fall in net migration, figures that will be published at a later date, which we are waiting for. We don't yet know how many of the recent student arrivals will remain in the UK long term, and any bounce back in health and care visas would also slow the decline, he said. Nonetheless, a strong indication is that Labour will be able to meet the commitment to reduce net migration from the unusually high levels the UK has recently seen, primarily due to trends that were already in train well before they were elected. Now, like we know that the Labour Party won the election on the 5th of July 2024, and most of these new rules to cut down net migration were put by the Conservative. Before the general election earlier this year, Labour pledged to reduce net migration. It has not set a target, but said it aims to reduce the UK's reliance on foreign labour through workforce and training, particularly in key sectors such as health and construction, which we all know that one of the promises that the Labour Party made was to also cut down net migration. So net migration has been a big problem in the UK. Whether we like it or not, it has been a big problem that even the government that left and also the government that is ruling now are trying to see what they can do about it. I've shared several videos on this channel regarding the publication from the Labour government that they are going to train more people in the UK. So now the question is, those overseas, will they still be able to get jobs in the UK? Guys, some companies are still recruiting. To be honest, I was reading a job advert, and on the job advert, they actually said if you're overseas, you can apply. But one of the things that attracts people to applying for jobs is when they see visa sponsorship available. Please don't always look out for that. If there's any job advert you have seen and it is something you've got experience in, or maybe it's your career line, or it's something you have been doing, try to read to the end and apply, because most of these companies, they actually sponsor from overseas, and they don't just want to put out visa sponsorship out there because they know a lot of people are kind of really interested in getting visa sponsorship, and once they get visa sponsorship and they get to the UK, they switch to another company. So please always read to the end. I actually read that job advert to the end, and at the end they said if you need visa sponsorship to move to the UK, click here, which I'm sure will benefit a lot of you. So don't just look out for jobs that say with visa sponsorship. Most companies are not really giving the visa sponsorship just as you get the job. They want to see how you work first before they will be able to sponsor you. So go to Indeed, go to Azuna, go to Reeds and find a job in the UK and read the job description that has been advertised, and also go to register of licensed sponsors to see if that company is on that register. If it is, give it a go, because like I said, that most companies are not really advertising to say we can sponsor your visa and so on. I've seen a few people that actually got jobs like that, and they got sponsorship from overseas and moved to the UK. Just as you can see, Sima Mohatra, the Minister for Immigration, accused the previous Tory government of an utter failure to tackle skills shortages, which has left many employers dependent on recruiting from overseas. Which was just what I said. Now, some employers are still recruiting from overseas because they know if they bring you from overseas, you have enough time to spend with them. And whatever they have spent in trying to sponsor you from overseas will not really go in vain. But at the same time, some companies as well have experience bringing people from overseas, and once they get to the UK, not up to 6 months, they find another job and abandon them. But she vowed to continue some measures brought in by the previous government, including reducing the number of dependents able to join relatives in the UK. Mr. Cleverly said he took action as Home Secretary, which has led to net migration coming down from the rules that the previous government put in place. And now, from what the new Minister for Migration is saying, that she's going to continue to see that the net migration further goes down. So for those who have been asking me, oh Fajira, do you think there will be any changes with the new government? Guys, they have not said they are going to make any changes, but rather they have said that they are going to carry on doing what the previous government has put in place to make sure that the net migration further goes down compared to what it's been in the previous years. So this is just what it is. I'm not saying the NHS is not recruiting from overseas. If you see any NHS job that says apply, if you are looking for visa sponsorship, guys, make sure you apply. They are still recruiting, but the number of people that have come, just like you can see, there has been a massive drop, which is what they are saying. And come to think of it, like I would always say, most of the people that actually work in NHS, the nurses, the care workers, the doctors, a lot of them were recruited from overseas. So I don't really think that NHS will completely stop recruiting from overseas. If you see any job, please apply. You may be the lucky one, but from what it is as of today, this is the update that there has been a drop. So the recruitment from overseas is not really massive, because some people overseas as well, they don't want to leave their dependents, and some want to leave their dependent and come to the UK and later go back after 5 years to bring their dependent. So guys, this is just what it is, and we've actually come to the end of today's video. And if you find this video helpful, please do like and share with your friends and loved ones. And if you're yet to subscribe to join our beautiful family, please do hit on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so each time I upload a new video, you're definitely going to be the very first person to see that video. Until I see you in my next video, guys, do take care and have a lovely day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye for now.